Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
Here we go. Set. Stick the oar. Me and you. Hey, lock it. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Hey, switch gears. Slam. Look at me. Go. Yep. 59. Go.
On second down, here's Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have got the yard up to the 25.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Bravo. Check. Hard. Bang.
From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Working
from the gun, Wentz. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
74.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Check safety. Stick guy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Shift. Watch the shift.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Check the backer. Check the backer. 82, 82. Hey, Haywood. 54. Rip. 54. Time to go. Night. Check, 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 check. Watch that.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Waiting. Check, check. 54.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Go. Ready. 54. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Hey, watch it. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Right there. 54, right there. X3. 218. Chopper. 81. You got tape.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
54 is Mike. Watch 54. Great. Tighten up. Williams. Tighten up. Back.
On first down, Huntley. And it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done. Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Let's go. 50. Plant. Mike is 59. And here we go. Watch the pass. Leo. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Get it.
Throwing Jones. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. A little too much extracurricular there. When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Ready? 10-2 start. 59. Let's go, D. Hatchet. Look. Squeeze. Look at me. Zipper. Ready?
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter. No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Check. Rock. Rock it. Check 99. Check 99.
On 2nd and 9, Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check 50. Switch.
Stand.
Watch it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And down to the 28-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Come on. Watch the screen.
Rush in. 54's Mike. Check. Watch.
Now wins. This short throw caught by Goddard. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goddard, 28 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
Hey, stand up.
Looking to throw. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Hey, check. Check 50. Chopper. Smooth. Off the fly. Let's go.
2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Jones now on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick-6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And the Giants first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
Tight dog. Under 10. 10. Hey, get it.
They'll run with Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Jones throwing complete here to Tate. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
17 yards. First down, New York.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Rip right.
Yeah.
Kill. Check 43.
Hey, lock it. Snap.
On 1st down, it's Freeman. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
59. Protein spill.
Mike's 59.
On 2nd and 9, Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10.
Greystone travel.
Check 13. Check 24. Check 24. Hey, alert 3. Safe.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Here we go. Black man. 180. Here's this.
Big Sears right here.
Here's this.
Right there. 54, right there.
Trey 15. Trey 15. Here's this.
First down, the run with Lynch. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Deuce. Hey, Sam. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill.
Lefty. Hey, 57. Here. Hey, Foxtrot. Man 5-7.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
50.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
I got you, son. Wide. Get wide.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
Slant.
Look at me. Go. Go.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. No.
Hard.
Second and 11. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Leo.
Jones operating from the gun. And he's going to go down again. A a rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Go. Black. 120. 54. Here we go. Whip. Watch the recon. 152 fighter. SOS. Sunday.
Back to the ground. This time Lynch. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. 180. Watch 54. Kill. Say nothing. Watch twins. Mike 5-4. 46 down, man. 5-4. Here we go, D.
On first down, Wentz. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Yeah, baby. Here we go.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
Watch the slant. Watch twist. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Sunday. Tackles. He's coming. Hey, Lou. Hey, Steve 6.
To throw is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I've been telling my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Check 26, check 20. Go on. Look, squeeze. Showing it.
From the 27, Jones. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
6-6, pull it high. Kill. Rock it. 36. Get it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Hey. Be ready.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Go. 20.
54, Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 120.
Mike, 54. Watch the back. Out.
Lefty. Here.
Motion.
They go with Lynch right side. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Wentz. Connects with Ertz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Hey, 61, matchbox.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 23.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang. Check 9, check 9. Watch this. 6.7. Hang in there now, hang in there now.
They'll try the left side. Huntley. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They run. Devontae Freeman. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
On third down, Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now it's Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second and 12, Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Come on, set. AP Gator.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Check. Lucky.
Check the backer.
Second and 3. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been